Karyn Bryant for MMA H.E.A.T. I'm here with Travis Browne, who, of course, is taking on Andrei Arlovski at UFC 187. And, you know, the first question that comes to mind, of course, is how do you fight somebody who you know so well, a former training partner, somebody that you consider a friend?
Yeah, you know, you just, it's on the back burner, you know. I don't know. I mean, for me, maybe we're a different breed, but it's just business as usual. You know, it's when you have time to stop and think about it, it's a little tough. But you know, I'm not stopping to smell the roses in this. You know, I'm going out there. I'm gonna go out full bore. He has my attention, and you know, I've dedicated coming up on 10 weeks of my life to fighting him.
People would assume, too, that you know his tricks, but obviously there's the idea. I mean, he could add new wrinkles, you could add new wrinkles, but do you feel like you know how he fights pretty well?
Are you talking about how many wrinkles I got around my eyes?
No, you look good. You look good. It's a phrase.
You're going to pull it down?
Yeah, me too.
Stretch it out.
Both of us are going to come at you the next time you see us. Like
No, but, you know, yeah, I mean, I think in that sense it's more dangerous for me. Because, you know, you could easily assume that, oh, he's just doing the same old, and Andrei's just going to be Andrei. But all he has to do is throw one little thing in there, you know, and it'll mess everything up. It only takes one shot at heavyweight. So, you know, that's the thing about this fight game. You can't overthink it, you know, as, you know. I'll save the one-liner that Coach Neil would use. You know, yeah. You could skull F it, but you might as well not think too much about it. You know,
okay, right.
But I held back on the F word.
Yeah, all right, cool. But is this why you have a little extra protection here on the chin? Because all it does take is one good punch.
Yeah, you know, all I need to do, if you tell Andrei, if Andrei sees this, just know that I'm gonna be loading up on the Old Spice. So. Just be ready for it. Little armpit action.
Very nice. You know, we've been talking to you before over at Glendale Fighting Club, and you know, you've mentioned that you didn't really properly know how to throw a jab, and Edmond really helped you with that. Yeah, what have you gained there? Because the one concern I had when I heard you were fighting there was that most of the boxers there are smaller. Most of the people in that gym are in a lighter weight class. So are you getting the right, you know, guys to work with?
I think that the guys that you normally see in the mornings there, they are smaller. The guys that come and beat me up, however, are almost like they're bigger than me. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like Dominic, I think I'm saying his last name, Brazil. Okay. It's like Braezele or something like that. Okay, yeah. Anyways, he's an Olympic level boxer, 6'8", 255 pounds. Paulus Ritter, he's about 6'7", about the same. This guy Armin that comes in, he's an amateur boxer. He's about my size, and I mean, these guys are all guys that they do every week. They work on boxing and then they run, and then I have to go box them. So they're kicking my butt up and down the ring, yeah. You know. But you know, the training partners that we have, we bring them in specifically to work on certain aspects, you know. As far as a grappling partner, I've coached Neil Melanson, and he is big and strong and does the part just fine. And he's pretty good. I don't know if you've heard. He's mediocre, you know. Yeah. But you know, then we have Ricky Lundell, who comes in, and he just brings that whole different aspect of being a coach, and he's so smart with the game. You know, he's really been able to make that transition over to MMA from wrestling, and then also his jiu-jitsu background. He's been able to combine the two. Coach Edmond, you know, we bring in these guys, and Coach Edmond has me working on specific things, and that's something I've never done in the past. It's always been like when you spar, you just spar. You full out spar. The first sparring, sorry, I just burped. The first sparring that I ever had, the first sparring I ever had with Coach Edmond, he only let me use my jab, and that was it.
So you got your butt kicked in you.
Yeah, and I was like, but he can use both hands, but all he can use is my jab. Is this fair? I don't think this is fair, but it was fair, right? Because it helped me learn, you know. And And that's what I've never had before. And that's what I really appreciate about this camp and about bringing these training partners and bringing in professionals to be your training partners, because they know when to open up or they know when to hold back, you know. I have another guy who's fighting Bellator named Rafael Butler. And man, he's so quick with his hands, and you know, he's not a complainer. A lot of heavyweights are complainers, and he's not one of them. So
nice. Well, and you mentioned something too about how the relationship that you have with Edmond. I mean, he's a very passionate man, and you mentioned something while we were having lunch there. But you know, he won't choose to work with everybody. So how did you know that you guys had bonded? What happened to make you guys realize that the connection was there and that you would be good together?
Well, you know, I think you know, in this world, in this time that we're living in now, somebody's word and a handshake isn't good enough, you know, and in the world that Coach Edmond and I live in, a handshake and your word is still good enough, and that's something that is tested when you go through your daily walks with people. You know, if you say you're going to do something and you stand behind it, then you're a certain kind of person, and if not, then, you know, if you need a piece of paper, signed piece of paper as a contract, you know, then I don't want to deal with you, kind of a thing. And Coach Edmond and I, you know, we have that understanding, and that was shown in the very beginning of our training, you know, regimen and our training, you know, in our relationship. Said, hey, I'll be up there on this day. He said, okay, I was there, you know, and everything followed through. So.
Very nice. And for you, you know, obviously you're doing quite well in the division, just the one fight that didn't go your way. Lately, you know, you've been really doing quite well. But, you know, obviously we have Cain Velasquez fighting Fabricio Verdum coming up. And, you know, where do you think you are in line for a shot? How close do you think you'll be in terms of, you know, do you feel like if Cain wins, it's better for you? Or if Fabricio wins, it's not better for you?
Whoever wins that fight, I don't think it matters. You know, I think what matters is how I go out and put a performance against Andrei. If I put on a boring fight, then who's going to want to watch me fight?
Have you ever done that, though?
I have. It was against Czech Congo.
Okay, well, that was a draw, right? That was a long time ago.
And then there was that one against Rob Broughton. But I'll tell you what, I've been in this sport for 5 years. You know what I mean? Or I've been in the UFC for 5, in the sport for 6. So I've had some growing pains in the UFC, unfortunately. People go through those growing pains outside the UFC, and then, you know, they usually get to where I'm at now, and then they start their UFC career, you know? But I started a year in, you know, fighting top competition. My second fight in the UFC was against Czech Congo, no excuses. But, you know, the fighting for the UFC has opened my eyes to where I need to be as an athlete. So, you know, I just need to go out there and put on the fight that I know I can put on, and I mean, I'm ready. I'm as lean as I've ever been. I'm as big being this lean I've ever been, and I feel good. I mean, the last 2 camps, we do it the smart way with Coach Edmond, you know, and we've been ready both times.
And I think when I had you on the podcast, we did bust out that picture of him in Jenna's undies, didn't we?
Yeah. Probably.
Because I remember when you tweeted that, I was like, I'm so keeping this. He's going to regret it. Is.
I had to delete it because I got calls, but.
Well, I still have it if anybody wants it.
It's out there.
Or you can pay me to not put it.
Panties, her bikini.
Her bikini.
Just, yeah.
Well, that was the other.
Difference.
Well, that was what I was going to say. Is the other thing, as a woman, I was like, I don't know how I'd feel if my dude could fit in my stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? Then it's like a whole other
Well,
thing.
She's not complaining. There's no complaints in that department.
Apparently not.
No.
Apparently not.
No.
You're getting married soon-ish, whenever you can find the time.
Yeah, we're gonna have a ceremony when we can get it in. But you know, time being, we're locked up, locked down.
Well, very nice.
Down.
I'm excited to see you fight. I know it's your friend. I know there's not as much emotion as there was with Brendan, who you said you wanted to big brother him.
Yeah, that was just, again, I didn't have any emotions towards them before the weigh-ins, and then there's just something about it during those weigh-ins. I was like, you know, standing there behind the curtain, and I just felt like I got left from my prom date or something. You know what I mean? He like turns around, looks at me, and turns around, walks out of the curtain, and I'm like, you haven't looked at me all damn day, and then you're gonna do it right now, right before we're gonna go out in front of everybody and do this weigh-in. I said, okay, you know.
Well,
I got emotional.
Yeah, it didn't end well for you.
Yeah. That's the past.
That's the past.
Yeah, we're focused on the future.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to it. You and Andrei Arlovski getting in there and getting it done at UFC 187. Thanks so much, Travis.
Yep. Thank you.